Okay, so you want to start an online business, whether that's something digitally, maybe you want to do physical products, maybe you want to be a coach, whatever that looks like. I love that you want to start an online business. But we need to talk a little bit of strategy with this. Okay, so we're going to dive into this of those pieces. Okay, that when I do a strategy call, these are the pieces that I'm looking at. Okay, and the pieces that if you're going to do an online business, these pieces have to be there. Okay, hey, if we haven't met, I'm Connie, I'm a blogger. I am a coach. I love to help business owners just be able to have an amazing strategy, have a roadmap of where you want to go, and be able to help you put those pieces together. So, anyway, let's dive into this. I think really anybody can have an online business. There are things though that you have to look at, okay? And I'm gonna debunk some myths here and we're going to kind of talk through this, okay? So I do strategy calls. I have business owners that come to me. Maybe they're not making the money that they want to be making. A lot of them are just they've got a million ideas and just aren't able to put the pieces together. Okay. So here's a few things that I look at. Okay. So I want you to take note. Um, what's the end goal? Okay, and it really should be more than one item there, okay? You could be selling a physical product, but also have some affiliate marketing. You could, be a coach, but also, selling some templates. Like, you need a couple of ideas there. You don't need a million, you don't even need 10. Okay, to start out, I want you to have just a few. But what are those few items? I've heard people say, oh, just build a Facebook page and they will come. I'm just going to say that that's just a bunch of baloney because what happens is then you have all these random people and maybe they're not in the right income level. Maybe they don't have that interest. So you've put this time and a lot of times money into building these social media platforms, building YouTube, building an email list. And honestly, they're not your people and they're never going to buy from you. Okay. So I want you to get crystal clear on what your offer is. Okay. And it really should be more than one thing. Okay. And then you need to look at that path. I always call it the customer journey. Okay, here's the myth that people say all the time. If I just post it on social media, they'll buy. Social media is brand awareness. It helps people get to know who you are, who your business is. Okay, it helps build that like and that trust. I want you to take a second. I want you to think about this. The last time that you had to buy an appliance, or you were looking for a hairdresser, or somebody like that, did you go to Google or did you go to social media? I'm guessing you went to Google. Okay, that's the nature of what we do. Okay, so you've got to know that am I in the places, but like, what is that journey for them? Okay. Do they need to get to know me a little bit? Do they need to see my work? Do they need to see some reviews? Reviews are huge. How many have you bought something off of Amazon or went to go buy something off Amazon and like read through the reviews and you're like, I don't think I'm going to buy that? Same thing on Google, right? Like you want to go check out this new restaurant and there's 20 negative reviews, recent ones. Are you going to go to that place? Reviews make or break your business, okay? So you've got to have a system in place for that. You've got to be able to get them into email. So if they're on social media, like that next step, what is that? Is that text messages? Is that email? Is that Facebook Messenger? Is that getting into your Instagram Messenger? Like, what does that look like? Okay. Most people don't have It's kind of where it goes off the rails, honestly. And when I look at somebody's business, I'll be like, okay, here's a couple opt-ins that you can do. I'll give you a really great example. I have a amazing client that I help her just put her pieces together. And when we looked at her opt-in, she just wasn't getting the results that I wanted, that I thought she could. It was faith-based, and I was like, I think it's not landing as well as it could be. And so we changed her opt-in, super easy, one page, um, and then did a thank you page where after they opted in, then it was just some of her faith favorites, and we did Amazon links to those. So it was affiliate marketing. You guys, she's getting more opt-ins and making income because people are clicking the links and going to Amazon. Okay, so do you have that in place? Do you have an email opt-in, or do you have something to where, lower price that they can buy or purchase after they um, opt into that? Like that needs to be part of your strategy for your online business. Okay, there's a great book I read the other day, and if you want the link to it, you can comment and I'll find it and send you the link. But this guy said, like, according to the research, there's about, I think it was like 10 or 15% of people will purchase something within like the first month. But for most people, like you take that 15% out, like 85% of people, it may take them a year to 3 years
Mm,
um, to purchase. That's a lot of time that you have to nurture them. Can you speed that up? I think that you can, depending on your emails. But man, you have to have that in place. Okay, so that's just part of your strategy. You've got to have an email. You guys, they can shut down your social media, they can shut down your YouTube, all the things. Okay, but your email list is where you get to get intimate with people. And here's the thing, they'll tell you stuff in email they would never say on social media. They just wouldn't. Okay, because they don't want somebody seeing it. So that's just part of that strategy. Okay, are you consistently serving them? It has to be part of your strategy. Like, are you emailing them on a regular basis? Are you asking them what they want? Are you talking to them? All of that is just part of that journey. Okay, that could be Facebook Lives or IG Lives where you're just, again, they're getting to connect with you. Video is so powerful because they get to hear you, they get to see you. Um, it just helps them connect with you. It's just this place where people can connect. Okay, so if you have an online business, some of the things you need to look at: how's your social media? Okay, that's kind of the jumping off spot of brand awareness. Do you have an email opt-in that's doing really well? What is the follow-up from that email opt-in? Okay, and then what is that consistency that's going to help them purchase? Okay, what are those things that you can put into place? And you guys, this doesn't come naturally to majority of people. Strategy is just one of those things that's not taught. I'm not seeing it in any courses. Um, so anyway, if you need a strategy, that's something I'd love to do. I literally come through your website, I look at your copy, I look at everything, and even come up with some ideas that maybe you aren't thinking about for income. So I want, if that is something you're interested in, there's information there in the description. I would love to be able to help you with that. But you guys, you have to have a strategy. Simply posting on social media, simply just putting your product out there is going to frustrate the heck out of you. It is. Okay, so I want you to be successful. The world needs you to be successful. There are things that you are passionate about. Maybe that's foster care. Maybe that's funding adoptions. Maybe, that's helping certain, pets or whatever that looks like. We can't do that if we aren't bringing in income. Okay, so the more income you can bring in, the more that you can impact. So, anyway, um, I'm cheering you on. I really am because I want you to be successful. So, anyway, do me a favor, like the button, subscribe to the channel. I put out videos a couple times a week. So, and if you hit that bell, you'll get notified in there that I've got a new one out. And then if you're not on my email list, there's some good stuff in email that I don't put out everywhere else. So, grab that free resource. And as I do think everybody needs a blog, at least so that you're getting picked up by Google. So, anyway, grab that. Okay. If you have questions, put them in the comments. I'm happy to answer as much as I can. Okay. Okay, guys, have a great day.